Hello, it's Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life here. Carl, Brendan. We're doing 10 things we love about a band. What I thought would be really difficult at first. Yeah, of course. I do, yeah.
Repping.
Yep, there you go. Not me.
Repping.
Yeah, not repping. But yeah, when I did this literally today, and I paced up my nan's living room and I put like their catalogue on.
Yeah.
And actually became really fucking easy in the end.
Oh, right,
I was
cool.
really surprised. So
I didn't find
yeah.
it quite so easy. But there you go.
Don't get me wrong, some of mine are idiot ones,
Yeah.
but there you go. What are you going to do?
I've got a couple. You have to finish off on them sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Generally, there just aren't always 10 reasons I like or dislike something.
It's yeah, you just
There is
yeah,
one. I
yeah.
like it or dislike it.
And yeah. Normally we find the charity one and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't really here.
No, that threw me as well. I was
Yeah.
going to put that on my hate.
Yeah, it was like I started googling something, and then I got Tarry B hates Dino. And
The problem I found with Fear Factory, then if you looked up, all I got was that program Fear Factor.
Yeah, there is that.
10
Yeah.
reasons why Fear Factor was amazing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So as we've said, it's Fear Factory. And we're doing 10 things we love about Fear Factory, and of course this will be supplemented by 10 things we hate about Fear Factory. Always a double header.
Yep.
So, I'm going to start with one I suspect you have. So it will be an instant crossover one, which is Brrraaains A Head-Banging's vocals, be them clean or dirty. He's got two vocal ranges, well, not ranges, two vocal styles. One is soaring, high, clean, beautiful, goes really, really epic at times. Other is downright dirty, nasty. You can often hear it in the same fucking song.
Yeah.
If you go back to the very first album, Soul of a New Machine, there's arguably a third vocal style there, which is not quite... It's still dirty, it's still rough, but it's not quite the same as what it would be.
Yeah. They changed a lot.
Yes.
That debut, even from that to anything else, is a massive change.
There is a few songs like Scum Grief
Yeah.
that kind of, the hints are there.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah. I presume you had Burton's vocals,
I didn't actually, strangely enough. I have a lot of things about Burton. It's essentially a love letter to Burton.
You're going to hate the hate one then?
Yeah.
Because I got a couple of things on him.
Oh, so have I.
Okay.
But it's only because it's probably because he isn't going to respond to my love letter. But yeah, so I haven't actually singled out his vocal as his singing in particular, but I have done things around it.
Right.
So I'll start off with what I thought I think we'll probably have a lot of crossover on this. I do. Fear Factory are widely regarded as the originators of heavy verse, clean chorus.
Right.
That switch up in vocals. They basically everybody from that era, Cold Chamber, Devil Driver, Slipknot, Chimera, Machine Head, Static X, everybody cites Fear Factory as the people who did it first.
Yeah.
In fact, there was a period I remember where Rob Flynn was credited with having been the person who originated it, and he came out and said, "No, I got it from Burton."
Okay.
So everybody says it, and actually I don't remember the album, but there are a couple of albums from these bands that I've just named where they thank Brrraaains A Head-Banging and Fear Factory for inspiration in the credits.
Okay.
And I just think that what that basically means is that whatever the timing was, it doesn't matter. Metal's been around for a long time, music's been around for a long time. Everyone thinks everything's done. There's always a period where everyone thinks everything's done. Fear Factory came out and they switched shit up so much so that it then inspired the next generation, but now forever. Because it is unthought of now to think of a band not at least occasionally having a song where they sing clean in the chorus.
Oh, absolutely.
It is now strange.
It's a staple.
And that's all come from Fear Factory.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, stick that in your CV.
Yeah, that's something to be...
Oh, yeah. every single band that exists now, inspired by us.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but ultimately it always comes down to it's just, Brrraaains A Head-Banging's vocals are on another level.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's happened. You can imagine how it happens. That they're in a studio and they just happen to have a frontman who can fucking belt out all the different ranges. So they go, well, we may as well use it. And it just happens to work so well that every other band that comes out is suddenly inspired by that and go, we want to do that, we want to do that.
Like that basically inspired a generation. Yeah. All right, my second one then is variation on the band. So there's been a couple of variations on Fear Factory, not massive ones, mainly related to other instruments. Burton's always been kind of one constant.
Yeah.
But effectively there was Burton, Dino, Christian, Ray, for a long time, and then there was Dino left, and then eventually him and Burton get back together after hiatus, and then there was all those issues, blah, blah, we'll get into that. But basically, in my opinion, each variation of the band has, though, put out quality material. Like, there hasn't been something that's like, there's no Fear Factory album that there's no Saint Anger. There's no that in Fear Factory. No album where it's like, no, that's shit. There's lesser good ones.
Yeah.
But quality material has always come on each album. Some obviously varying degrees, but that is any band and so on. But there's no one where everyone was like, "Oh, what the fuck was going on with Fear Factory at that time?"
Yeah,
None of
I
that.
agree. Yeah. The lyrical themes are a nerd's wet dream.
Oh, right. So I want to tie this into one. You finished. Right, I'll follow up because mine's specific, but it's brilliant.
I was basically waiting. They're heavily rooted in sci-fi, around machines taking over.
Yep.
If you're into films like The Terminator, Blade Runner, anything like that, you're gonna absolutely love the lyrical content and the concepts they pull into albums.
Absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely. Right. So my one
Boom.
was lyrical references to Blade Runner specific. Now the reason being is this.
Big breath.
I didn't. Don't smash your keyboards when you hear these next words, please, because I am ashamed of this, but it is what it is. Sometimes that happens in life. I did not see Blade Runner until a month ago.
I didn't even know that.
I had never seen Blade Runner. Simply put, it never came up. I've always been more of a horror guy. I watch horror over everything, and by the time it kind of, I kept hearing about it. It felt like it was too late.
Yeah.
I'd seen Harrison Ford in other roles. I didn't think it'd be for me, and so on. I decided, fuck it. Let me watch this iconic fucking movie.
Yeah.
And so you can calm down on the keyboard comment part. It's literally one of my favourite. I've now watched it 3 times since. And directly after watching it, I then watched Blade Runner 2049, which I also loved.
Yeah, it's good.
Loved. But I can't tell you how much I love Blade Runner. But one of the best things of watching it more than once as well for me was I was like, Fear Factory.
Yeah.
And what really, really stuck to me, right? Obviously, we all know Rutger Hauer's final preemptive speech and stuff like that. And I was like, the first time I heard it, I went, oh no, it's the cop, one of his cop friends that says it. It's a shame she has to die. But
then again, she hasn't lived.
Yes, yeah. And I was like, what? And when I heard it, I was like, where did I hear that?
It's a shame you won't live. Then again, who does?
And all the influences from... And now I watched it the third time and I was like, I'm just going to study this for Fear Factory. And it's other than making a movie even greater for me, because, like that, it was just like, Jesus Christ.
It makes the music greater as well.
Yeah.
Like, it adds more to it, doesn't it?
Like,
more meaning.
Yeah, well, I listened to Final Exit today and I was like, I got it more.
You picture it now.
Yeah.
As well. You can see the visions in your head of it happening and everything.
And I'm just so glad I got that, finally.
It's a great film.
Yeah, loved it. Oh, God, I love it.
Welcome to the 10 things we love about Blade Runner.
Yeah. Rutger Hauer. Yeah. But the lyrical content is...
I mean, sci-fi's big, man. People love sci-fi. And I get the same thing. I have seen Blade Runner. And I've seen the new one. I think it's great. They did a great job of it, to be honest.
How good is Ryan Gosling in that?
Yeah, it's great. Genuinely, I had no complaints about it. Generally, I have some complaints, but I was like, no, it's good.
Yeah,
good effort. But the other thing for me with Fear Factory was always the original The Terminator.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking of Hunter Killer. Yeah.
And, like, the scenes when it does his memories back into it, and it's the noises of the machine more than anything else. Do you know what I mean? The background kind of sampled synth, but the noises and the clinks and all that, it always just puts me into demanufacture straight away.
Yeah.
And I love that. But I just think, Fear Factory are heavily based around concepts. That's really their thing. And it's no secret that Burton is a sci-fi nerd.
Yes.
And it's great because most people are to a degree. A lot of people are anyway. And it is great that you can do that tie-up, man. You can watch films and you can hear Fear Factory in the films, and you can hear Fear Factory and see the films in your head. And it's the mix-up, and it's the soundtrack to sci-fi.
It really fucking is, absolutely. I'm going to tie into another one of mine then, because you said that, and it kind of is. They made industrial metal, that style you're describing there, cool. They actually made it fucking cool, where because it was heavy metal, because it was heavy and it was synth and samples and stuff like that, stuff that we really weren't that used to pre new metal. So we are talking like demanufacture, obsolete, that sort of thing before the rise of what would become Linkin Park and stuff like that. So I don't think we were used to it in the same way we are now. But they made it fucking cool. No one was like, oh, I'm embarrassed to be listening to Fear Factory. You were like, no.
Yeah, it was alright to have samples and synths
Yeah.
and all that. It was like, no, it's alright, it's Fear Factory, man. It's different. It's industrial now.
It's fucking heavy. Yeah.
But it was that's the difference, I think, with Fear Factory. It was industrial metal.
Yes.
It wasn't just industrial. It was industrial metal. Do you know what I mean? It was that it had very much the key metal bit on the end of it.
Yes. Very much metal. Yes. Yeah.
Let's go for... Okay, stay on the serious-ish stuff for now.
Yeah.
I love their slowed down stuff when they go slow.
Yeah.
It's not always slow all the way, but it is slower. So like Resurrection, Therapy for Pain, Timelessness, Human Shield, Expiration Date.
Yep.
I just love it when they go into that kind of mode. You know, I think the songs are written brilliantly. I think he sings them amazingly, whether it's the soft bit or the heavier bits in Resurrection and all that sort of stuff. But for me, as much as I love their heavy stuff, when I'm listening to an album, I think on all their albums, almost all their albums, it is one of those songs that are my favourite song on the album.
Yeah, I get that. I would kind of double up. I've got When They Go Epic, and I listed Resurrection, Final Exit, and Expiration Date to name just 3 of what you've just said. And you're right. These are often my favourite songs. There's a couple dotted around that have huge choruses, but it's still in the same vibe. Whereas, you know, you can enjoy the out and out, you know, your Edge Crushers, you know, your Shock and stuff like that, and they're great songs. But the ones I remember and the ones I often find myself I'm going to go back to are often these ones.
Yeah.
Because of how they make me feel, I think, more than anything else. Yeah.
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 Is it me?
Yeah, we doubled up.
Okay. Now I'm going to go on the opposite.
Oh, God.
As much as I do love that, I love the fact that, while that's my favourite style by them, when they want to go heavy, I mean, they are up there with the heaviest.
Yes.
I just put a few examples down, basically Martyr, Christploitation, Shock. Like, when they want to, they can destroy a pit.
Yes.
You know, they aren't... They're not one-trick ponies in any way whatsoever. They've got the full range.
Yeah.
They can be like, no, Joe, I'm going to hit you with Shock. I'm going to just punish the hell out of you.
Yeah, that's what's
and
going to get the pit open.
To Final Exit.
Yeah,
and that range is unreal.
It really is. It's so opposite ends of the scale.
Yeah, like he's singing, which is the funny thing about it. Because when he sings, he has those 2 ranges. So their albums do what his voice does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's great.
No, you are right. It's yeah. So there are only a handful of songs out there nowadays that, when I hear, take me back to a point in time, a specific that I can remember clearly. And Fear Factory have one of them. And it's a weird one. Well, not weird in that sense, but like it may not be the obvious one.
Right.
And it's Invisible Wounds, Dark Bodies. Now, exactly, yeah. It takes me back to a specific point in time, a specific thing, and most random thing going possible. I'll say it. It's me on a fucking bus on my way to Bromley, where I did 2 weeks work experience at the charity, and basically spent the entire 2 weeks eating Burger King and inputting numbers into a spreadsheet. It wasn't great. Wasn't good work experience considering I work for the Tube now, but you know. But yeah, that literally that's for some. I guess at the time I was listening to Digimortal a fuckload.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
Bit of a love to Burton.
Okay. Have we already done enough?
I love the guy. I love you, Burton. I just think he's an iconic frontman. I really do.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that, you know, from my era anyway, that I look back on as if you would say, like, name like 10 amazing frontmans. He's in my list every time.
Yep.
I like his musical styles. I like what he's about. I like his image. I like the fact that he's quite understated a lot of the time.
Yeah.
You know, generally Fear Factory as a whole are black jeans and black t-shirt.
Yeah, that's
Do you know
true.
what I mean? That's Fear Factory, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I think for Digimortal, he'd stick a bit of purple dye in his hair, and that's him going wacky. That's about the best he could muster.
That was him going
Do you
new
know what I
metal, being down with the kids.
But I also really, really, really like the way he avoids the spotlight.
Yeah.
He is not a man comfortable to be out there being interviewed 50 times a week in front of the camera, giving opinions about things like, you know, like say Rob or Corey. He has as much right, if not more, than them to have an opinion that people would listen to, but he chooses to not.
That's true.
And even in the things like the negatives, when they're, you know, maybe they're arguing over the band name or something like that, you never hear about Burton on Facebook arguing. He's an artist. He does his stuff, and then he steps back. And I like that about him.
Yeah, even all that court case stuff was all quiet, and then the result was just a result.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the few people that I don't think I've ever really read much negative about.
That's true. Yeah.
He just seems to be. He just loves his music. He does his music, and then he lets everyone else do the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's cool. So
that is cool.
Love you, Burton.
Well, this is a short one. It's straightforward enough, and it ties into the Invisible Wounds one, which is basically although it's not my favourite Fear Factory album by any stretch of imagination, I will constantly love Digimortal purely because it is the album that got me into them. It was the album at the right time for my age.
Yeah.
Which was, you know, and it was perfect in that sense. It was way more accessible, the most accessible Fear Factory album.
Yeah.
Perfect for me.
Great stepping stone, isn't it?
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
Not just for like you, but for anyone, I would imagine that would have helped a lot.
Yeah, because they had right mix on it as well.
Yeah.
So there you go. But yeah, so
That's good.
Digimortal, yeah.
Let's go dark.
Dark.
No, I find joking dark, but for me personally, around that era, mainly around the manufacturer being a bit older, they were the lyrics of my angsty youth. So especially the demanufactured days, the angry shit that people used to raise eyebrows at. So it'd be the stuff that I would carve into a bench, or write over my notebooks, or even occasionally an arm. You know, depending on how I was feeling that day. Stuff like I remember writing it on a bench actually at work. And it was only because I was listening to the song and I wanted to write it down. I wrote the filled with pain, a bruised and darkened soul, spare me from this life that's full of misery.
Oh wow.
And the way that people react to that shit is brilliant.
Yeah.
They think like, oh shit, he's on the edge.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna jump. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All you do is write down lyrics. This is the stuff I would plaster over.
Yeah, very
textbooks,
dark.
fucking everything, man. So they were my lyrical go-to shock band. Although I still never have and never will brave writing down I am rape, I am hate.
Yeah, please.
Always avoided that one.
Smart enough for that at least. Less serious. Getting Gary Newman to perform on Cars was a killing stroke. It legitimised that song.
Yeah.
Whereas if they hadn't had that, it would have been a silly cover.
Yeah.
Now with the original creator singing on it as well as all that, it legitimised that song. It legitimised Fear Factory as well as being big enough and powerful enough to be able to get Gary Newman involved on that song.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. I've always spoken about it as a positive, not just about the song, but about that's cool because Gary Newman's on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, deadly serious this one.
Go on him.
Dino showing us fat guys there's hope. He may look like dropping any second, but he persists and shows that bellies don't have to stop you playing guitar. Thank you, Dino.
Yes, well done.
There you go.
I was actually thinking you were going to be serious.
Yeah, well, it's kind of serious. I pick a guitar up and I think, like, am I ever meant to play this?
No,
I
that's
see
true.
Dino and I go, you can do this, Brendan.
You keep it high, don't you?
That's what it is. You sit it on top.
Keep it high, yeah. Alright, well, demanufacture and obsolete. 2 bangers in a row. We often say this when we do a lot of these bands.
Yeah.
A few bands get one that's going to go down in history. They got 2. Like, you know, the others are good.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Great, but they got 2.
I mean, they're classics. They're metal classics.
Yes.
On a personal level, and I'm sure you're the same. Because I do have a lot of love for Digimortal, I don't class it as a classic, but I do as a personal kind of classic. So for me, it's always kind of been like 3.
I wrote 3,
you know
and then
I
I was like, no, take Digimortal off.
I get it in the whole metal sense, no.
Yeah.
But from a personal level, it's like, no, actually, yeah, all 3 of them, happy all day long with them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Simple one, this one, the logos. I've always loved their double F logo.
Back to back.
Love it. Yeah. Either the back to back
or the forward
or the old
one
that used to be the 2 connected. I kind of
connected up.
gently
That's
sketched
it,
it down at FF. I always loved their logo, and I always felt it so summed the band up perfectly in that it was understated. It was quite edged, sharp, just very metallic, very mechanical, but very understated. I always loved it. I always swore I'd get it tattooed to myself, but I never have.
Yeah, I really like their modern way of doing their album covers
Yeah.
as well, which is always the Fear Factory logo,
Yeah.
but the back-to-back one, and always in mechanized, machine-looking
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Always very understated, but very imaginative.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, like band logo, you know, we see fucking black metal logos, and
Yeah.
essentially it's generally just a font on a word.
Yes,
You know, whereas them, you didn't have to write Fear Factory. If you showed me that double F,
you know it.
I know it. And if I see anything with a double F these days, the first thing that pops in my head is that Fear Factory logo. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Fridge freezer,
it's
written on it.
Farm friends. You're like, oh, okay.
My last one. It's pretty straightforward. It's basically they're still one of my favourite bands to see live. That if they're in a band, they don't play live in this country much. When they do come over, it's always like a guaranteed ticket seller because
Yeah.
as well they're still at that stage in their careers where they're not on their they're at that stage where they're not charging us stupid ass amounts of money
Yeah.
to go see them live. So it's almost like a guaranteed. Oh, cool, Fear Factory play. We're going to see them. Simple as that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've got 2 left somehow.
Cool.
Always end up with 2 left. I wonder if I write 11 now, but on purpose. One of them, and I wish I only had one left because this was a real fucking struggle. I'll do this one quickly first. I saw something on Facebook the other day, and this is what inspired me to write this next one, right? And somebody wrote something about Burton in a comment to something else, and they spelled his name, Burton, fine, Seabell, Seabell. And, oh, I laughed. And I thought, that's kind of funny though, because we always say Burton C. Bell.
Yeah.
And generally you don't do that with people. You don't go like, you know, your name, your middle initial, then your other name. That's maybe you sign stuff that way. And I thought, but you try and call him Burton Bell. It doesn't work.
No, Burton Bell.
It's really weird. So, and I just thought it was hilarious how nobody really knew what to call him. Like, did we call him Burton Bell, Burton C. Bell? And then this one guy just got himself so confused. It was Burton C. Bell.
Did he not stop and think, like, it's got to be C, not S-E-A?
You think so? But
You
then
would-
he'd probably thinking, like, well, people don't say the middle initial, do they?
That's true.
So whoever this Burton C. Bell is.
Burton C-Bell. C-Bell, oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I saw that comment and I just like, it did make me laugh. So I was like,
very
I'm going to
good.
write that one down just because it was funny. And then my last one, and this is legit, but also it's kind of silly, but legit. When Demanufacture came out, and I think it was only up to Demanufacture, they used to credit themselves differently on albums.
Right.
And this is what they were credited as. And I do remember this, but I look back to remember the names. Let's see if you can guess who's who. Mm-hmm. Dry Lung Vocal Martyr.
That's fucking Burton.
The Heavy Duty Scarifier.
That's got to be Dinner, right?
Yeah. Maximum Effective Pulse Generator.
Christian.
No.
No, then it's drummer, Ray.
Yeah. Total Harmonic Distortion.
Well, if you said that one, I would have been
Yeah.
like, that's a guitar
Yeah.
then, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Christian.
Oh, okay.
And that's what they credited themselves as. They did say their names as well in brackets, but that was
Right.
all
Trying to
music
stick to
and
their...
everything. And I thought that was really cool, sticking with the theme and everything like that. The fact that, you know, the vocalist was called the Dry Lung Vocal Martyr.
Yeah, almost like they're machines themselves.
Yeah,
Or-
Maximum Effective Pulse Generator is the drummer. And I used to think that was so cool when I was younger. I was like,
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Now it doesn't sound so cool.
No,
but
it
yeah.
doesn't. But back in the day, it was like, yeah, that's so cool. And I think it stopped after Demanufacture. I don't think they did it on Obsolete. Pretty sure Obsolete was their names only.
Taking themselves seriously.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. So there you go.
There you go. There's our 10 things we love about Fear Factory. Let us know what you think in the comments and what you love about Fear Factory. Check out the 10 things we hate about Fear Factory as well. Plus all the others. We actually have a huge load done now.
Yep.
We you know, what started off as let's see how this goes has rolled into a full-on fucking series.
And
Yeah.
there's loads more to come.